Have you ever imagined that many of the teachings of Jesus that we know could be just the tip of the iceberg? What if I told you that there is hidden wisdom, a set of deep lessons that were left on the margins, capable of completely transforming your life? Sounds controversial, right? But it's true. Jesus didn't just talk about faith. He spoke of self-knowledge, vital energy, and how to access a spiritual awakening that few understand. Today, you're going to uncover the secrets behind these hidden messages. Get ready to expand your universal consciousness and discover the life purpose you've always sought. Many people are familiar with the basic teachings of Jesus, but few realize that his words hide profound truths about spiritual transformation. He was never solely focused on external practices or rituals, but on the power of inner transformation. His teachings reveal coded messages that encourage self-awareness and spiritual awakening. For example, instead of relying on external forces, Jesus taught that everything we need is within us. Think of a prayer. It's not just about asking, but about connecting to the vital energy that already exists within you, tuning into a higher vibrational frequency. Imagine the Bible as a vault and Jesus' teachings as the hidden keys. Instead of merely memorizing stories, he invited us to understand that we are co-creators of our reality. When he spoke of not putting new wine into old wineskins, he was warning us about the need to completely renew ourselves. So reflect, what patterns do you need to let go of to evolve spiritually? This is the first step toward accessing your universal consciousness and understanding that your pineal gland could be a gateway to this wisdom. A practical example of how these teachings apply today is found in the practice of inner silence. Jesus would withdraw to pray in solitude, not because he wanted to escape, but to reconnect. You could do the same by setting aside 15 minutes each day to meditate, focusing on your breath and disconnecting from the external chaos. In this way, your vital energy is renewed, allowing you to tune into a higher vibrational frequency. Try it and see how brief moments of introspection can bring profound insights. Another powerful metaphor used by Jesus is that of light. He said, "You are the light of the world," indicating that the power to illuminate your own life and that of others lies in your hands. However, to activate this light, you need to clear away the layers of doubt, fear, and ego that obscure your essence. Think about it. How many times do you allow external worries to extinguish your inner flame? Reclaiming your light means rediscovering your life purpose, an essential act for spiritual awakening. These hidden lessons in Jesus' ancient texts invite us to step out of autopilot and seek a new level of consciousness. It's like opening a secret map that guides you to the internal treasures that have always been there. And this journey, though challenging, begins with a simple step: questioning what you think you know. When you allow yourself to explore the unknown, spiritual transformation happens. This search is the beginning of a transition to the next level, where we will discover what it truly means to access the kingdom of God within us. Jesus said, "The kingdom of God is within you," a statement that challenges everything most people understand about spirituality. It's not a physical place, but a dimension accessible through self-knowledge. He invited us to dive deep into our being to find the universal consciousness that connects all things and everyone. Imagine this as a calm lake. When you allow your mind to quiet, you discover a pure reflection of your divine essence. It's a call to spiritual awakening and the realization that your vital energy is your direct connection to the divine. The teaching that the kingdom of God is within us suggests that seeking answers externally is often a distraction. How many times do we look to gurus, religions, and external practices, hoping to find the solution to our pain? Jesus showed us that true transformation occurs when we look within. A practical way to begin is by dedicating a few minutes to write about your deepest thoughts. Ask yourself, what do I truly desire? Where is my life's purpose? This simple exercise can help you align your vibrational frequency with universal vital energy. In practice, living this teaching means reconnecting with the present moment. Have you ever noticed how the mind loves to wander to the past or the future? Jesus taught us to be in the now, where the kingdom truly resides. Try the practice of mindfulness. Focus on something simple like the feeling of air entering your lungs. As you silence both internal and external noise, you'll notice how it's possible to access universal consciousness. This practice not only enhances your inner peace, but opens doors to genuine spiritual awakening. When you access this inner kingdom, you begin to see life from a new perspective. Situations that once caused anxiety now appear as opportunities for learning. You understand that the pineal gland, known as the third eye, can be activated through this inner journey, allowing for clearer spiritual vision. It's like adjusting the focus of a camera. Suddenly, everything becomes sharper. When you seek the divine within yourself, you discover that you are connected to something greater, and each moment can reflect your divine essence. Exploring the kingdom of God within is like embarking on a journey through a vast inner universe. Every insight, every moment of silence, every awakening is like finding a star in this spiritual cosmos. Jesus invited us on this adventure with a single goal: to remind us that, at our core, we are part of the divine. As we deepen this self-knowledge, we begin to understand the true meaning of unity. This inner kingdom is not just a refuge, but the source of vital energy that connects us to the life purpose we've always been searching for. When Jesus said, "I and the Father are one," he revealed one of the greatest spiritual mysteries: non-duality. This statement is not exclusive to him. It's an invitation for everyone to recognize their unity with the divine. The awareness that there is no separation between the self and the divine source is at the heart of spiritual awakening. Think of it as the relationship between a drop and the ocean. The drop contains the essence of the ocean, but it is also an inseparable part of it. You, too, are part of this universal consciousness and carry within you the vital energy of the Creator. Understanding non-duality is recognizing that the barriers we create between and the other, sacred and mundane, are illusory. In practice, it means treating each moment of life as an opportunity for spiritual connection. For example, when interacting with someone, remember that this person is also an expression of the divine. This transforms your relationships, allowing you to live with more compassion and empathy. It's not just a theory, it's a practice you can incorporate into every choice, seeing the unity behind the diversity. Jesus didn't just speak of unity, he lived it. His actions, such as healing the sick and embracing the marginalized, were practical expressions of this truth. You too can practice this unity in your life. Ask yourself, how can I reflect divine love in my daily actions? It could be something simple like helping a stranger, or deeper like forgiving someone who has hurt you. Every act aligned with unity contributes to raising your vibrational frequency and that of those around you, promoting a collective spiritual awakening. The perception of non-duality also implies dissolving the ego, that inner voice that insists on separating us from the whole. Meditation, prayer, and contemplative practices are powerful tools to weaken this illusion of separation. By doing so, you access a state of inner peace and clarity that transcends worldly concerns. It's like entering a flow state where everything feels connected and harmonious. This is the true essence of universal consciousness, which allows us to experience life with fullness and purpose. The beauty of non-duality is that it frees us from the weight of living as fragmented beings. When Jesus said, "I and the Father are one," he showed us that we are all reflections of this divine unity. The awareness of this transforms the way we see the world and ourselves. There is no need to seek outside what is already within. When you embrace this truth, you realize that every step you take towards self-knowledge brings you closer to the divine essence that has always been within you. Jesus said, "If your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light." Matthew 6 verse 22. This phrase is often interpreted as a reference to the third eye, the pineal gland, which many esoteric traditions consider to be the portal to higher spiritual vision. This single eye is the key to accessing a higher vibrational frequency and seeing beyond physical reality. Imagine a world where you can perceive not only what is in front of your eyes, but also the subtle energies that connect everything and everyone. It is an invitation to spiritual awakening and divine clarity. Activating the third eye is not something reserved for monks or gurus. In fact, anyone can begin this journey with simple practices like focused meditation. Close your eyes and visualize a bright point in the center of your forehead. Over time, this practice stimulates your pineal gland and enhances your perception. Another practical tip is to avoid toxins, such as fluoride, which can calcify this part of the brain. Small changes in your daily life, like drinking pure water and incorporating natural foods, help unlock your vital energy and expand your universal consciousness. The awakening of the third eye brings benefits that go beyond the spiritual. It also influences intuition, that inner voice that we often ignore. Imagine being faced with a difficult decision and clearly sensing which path is the right one. This direct connection with your universal consciousness is like having an internal compass always aligned with your life purpose. Try practicing gratitude daily. By doing so, you not only raise your vibrational frequency, but also strengthen the connection with this inner wisdom that guides your choices. Jesus understood that the third eye is an instrument of illumination. He spoke of light and darkness, not as opposites, but as states of consciousness. When you activate your single eye, you begin to realize that many of the limitations we face are self-imposed. For example, think of a limiting belief you have about yourself. Perhaps you feel incapable of achieving something important. Now imagine looking at that belief with the eyes of divine wisdom. Suddenly, it loses its weight and you see the infinite potential within you. The activation of the third eye is like opening a window to a new world, where vital energy flows freely and spiritual perception reaches new heights. But remember, this journey requires patience and dedication. Just as a muscle needs to be exercised, your spiritual vision also requires constant practice. Jesus left us clear clues that this illumination is within reach for everyone. By walking this path, you not only enrich your own life, but also become a source of light for the world around you. In John 3, verse 3, Jesus said, "Unless someone is born again, they cannot see the kingdom of God." Many interpret this as a literal rebirth, but in reality, he was speaking of a deep spiritual transformation. This idea of being reborn involves letting go of the ego, limiting beliefs, and fears that imprison us. Think of it as completely changing the lens through which you view life. It is a call to let go of the old and embrace a new version of yourself, one that is more aligned with the vital energy flowing from the divine. The process of being spiritually reborn can begin with small acts of self-care and reflection. Take time to evaluate which parts of your life are misaligned with your life purpose. Perhaps it is habits that drain your vital energy or relationships that do not contribute to your growth. Imagine yourself as a gardener, removing the weeds so your soul can bloom. This transformation is possible for all who dedicate themselves to looking within and reconnecting with their universal consciousness. A practical example of this idea is the act of forgiveness. When you forgive both yourself and others, you experience a relief that renews your vibrational frequency. Think of a moment when you held on to resentment. Didn't it feel like a physical weight on your shoulders? Forgiveness is rebirth, freeing yourself from that weight and allowing vital energy to flow once again. Jesus taught us that forgiveness is not only a noble gesture, but a direct path to inner peace and divine connection. Another aspect of this spiritual rebirth is the practice of humility. Recognizing that we don't know everything and that we are in constant learning is essential for this transformation. When Jesus washed his disciples' feet, he demonstrated that true power comes from simplicity and service. How can you apply this in your life? Maybe by listening more attentively or helping someone without expecting anything in return. Small gestures like these elevate your consciousness and strengthen your connection with the divine. Spiritual rebirth is an ongoing journey, not a one-time event. Each day is a new opportunity to free yourself from old patterns and align more deeply with your divine essence. Jesus knew this process will be challenging, but also profoundly rewarding. When you are reborn, your worldview changes, and you begin to see with the eyes of the Spirit. This rebirth is the portal to living more fully, vibrating in harmony with the vital energy that flows through the entire universe. In Matthew 7 verses 13 to 14, Jesus warned us about the narrow path, describing it as difficult but rewarding. This path represents the spiritual journey, which requires discipline, self-awareness, and the courage to resist the distractions of the material world. Imagine yourself climbing a steep trail on a mountain. Each step is challenging, but the view from the top makes every effort worthwhile. This path is not popular because few are willing to face the inner challenges necessary to achieve spiritual awakening. However, it is here that true connection with vital energy and life purpose is found. Walking this path begins with conscious choices that align your life with your purpose. For example, reconsider your daily habits. Are they raising your vibrational frequency or simply feeding your ego? Simple practices like meditating at dawn, practicing gratitude, and seeking moments of silence help to build the strength needed to move forward on this journey. Small steps, like choosing kind words in a conversation or taking time to listen to your intuition, are ways to stay on the narrow path. Jesus understood that following the narrow path often meant swimming against the current. In a world that values the accumulation of material goods and the relentless pursuit of status, choosing simplicity and authenticity can seem like an act of rebellion. Think about how you spend your time and energy. Are you dedicating your attention to what truly matters? Cultivating practices such as detachment and generosity not only strengthens your spirit, but also connects you to universal consciousness, allowing you to live with more lightness and fulfillment. There are times when a narrow path feels lonely, but remember, Jesus also faced this solitude. He taught us that true spiritual strength comes from within, from connection with the divine. To stay strong, it's important to nourish your vital energy with practices that feed your soul, such as reading inspiring books, walking in nature, or listening to music that elevates your vibrational frequency. These moments of renewal are like pauses on the journey, allowing you to catch your breath before moving forward. Though challenging, the narrow path is the only one that leads to true spiritual freedom. Each obstacle overcome is an opportunity to grow, learn, and draw closer to the divine essence that resides within you. Jesus knew that few would choose this path, but he assured us that the rewards are infinite. When you accept this call, you realize that external difficulties are insignificant compared to the inner peace and spiritual clarity that await you at the end. When Jesus said, "I am the vine, you are the branches," John 15 verse 5, he offered us a powerful metaphor to understand our connection with the divine. Just as the branches depend on the vine for nutrients and growth, we depend on the vital energy flowing from universal consciousness to spiritually flourish. Without this connection, we feel a void that we try to fill with external distractions. But when we unite with the divine source, we find strength, life purpose, and peace that transcends circumstances. To live in this unity, it's important to cultivate your relationship with the divine daily. This can be done through prayer, meditation, or even simple moments of contemplation. Imagine yourself as a branch that needs to be watered and cared for in order to grow. Set aside time to reflect on your actions and thoughts. Are they aligned with the vibration of love and compassion? Practices like serving others, showing gratitude, and seeking self-awareness help strengthen this connection with the divine. Unity with the divine source also teaches us that we are not alone, even in difficult times. When facing challenges, it's easy to feel disconnected, but Jesus reminds us that the vine is always present, sustaining us. One practical way to reinforce this connection is by keeping a spiritual journal, where you can record your prayers, insights, and moments of gratitude. This simple exercise helps keep your universal consciousness active and your vibrational frequency high. Another aspect of this unity is the interconnectedness with others. Just as the branches of a vine grow together, our lives are intertwined. By helping a friend, supporting a neighbor, or simply smiling at a stranger, you are living this divine connection. These small actions not only elevate your own energy, but also spread the light of spiritual awakening to those around you. Think of it this way: by nurturing your connection with the source, you also nurture the world. Jesus showed us that being connected to the vine is not just a state of being, but a lifestyle. Every choice we make is an opportunity to strengthen or weaken this connection. When we live in unity with the source, we experience a continuous flow of vital energy that sustains us in all areas of life. This state of harmony not only illuminates our path, but also inspires others to seek their own connection with the divine. It is the essence of life purpose. Now that you've explored the hidden teachings of Jesus, ask yourself, how can you apply this in your life today? Are you ready to walk the narrow path, experience spiritual rebirth, or activate your third eye? These practices not only transform your life, but also elevate your consciousness and purpose. If you feel that this knowledge could benefit someone, share this message. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and comment with the keyword awakening to manifest prosperity and purpose in your life. Let's walk this journey together.